Today, we're going to talk about the pitfalls to zone cleaning. There are a handful that we need to know if we want deep cleaning to be sustainable. But before we jump into that, let's go ahead and open up this new cleaning robot that we bought. After doing research on pool vacs, I found this one that costs much less than most. It does a simple clean of the bottom of the pool, but honestly, that's really all we need at this point in our small pool. Now I'm going to charge him up and then I'll take you back into the backyard so we can see together how well he works. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and into my home. Today I'm going to take you along with me as I do a deep clean of my zone 3, which is my living room. As you can see, I have a lot of dusting to do, and today we're going to be using my Pitfall Zing along with the new attachment that I got to help pick up all this dust and fur. And like I said, we're going to be talking about the pitfalls to be aware of in zone cleaning. Some of these are just common sense, and a couple are tweaks that I'm currently making in my schedule to further help simplify my routines. So pitfall number 1 is not working in the most efficient order. Now typically I start from the ceiling and I work my way down to the floor, except for here in the living room. Because this couch is very heavy and it's built on a metal base, it's difficult for me to move. So I went ahead and I bought this small cordless blower to blow out the crud from underneath the couch. And you're going to see why I start here first. And look at Olive Grace under there trying to steal little snackies that are blowing out from underneath the couch. So, for obvious reasons, working from the top to the bottom makes the most sense. That way, anything that you're dusting up top doesn't land on what you've already dusted or onto your clean floors if that's where you started. But in this case, since I can't get the vacuum underneath the couch, all this needs to be blown out first. Okay, so this piece of furniture is too heavy for me to move away from the wall, including the speakers. So I'm going to go ahead and use the blower, and I'm going to blow behind this piece of furniture. Okay, so I've shown this before. This is my Pitfall Zing, and let me show you the new attachment that I got for it. Okay, as you can see, I've been using this. Anyways, this attachment right here is horsehair. It's what Go Clean Co. suggest to use. So I went ahead and I got one for this vacuum. I didn't really like the attachment like this that came with the vacuum. So this one I really love. It does pick up a lot more than what that other attachment does, and probably because it's horsehair and it's a little bit longer. So anyways, all right, let's go ahead and clean all this furniture with it. All right, so this right here shows the reason why the horsehair one is so much better than the other one. You can see the length of the bristles. It just really grabs the fur, the dust, and all that really quickly, whereas this one, it's short, it's very rough. There's not a lot of length there before you hit that plastic. So this right here is definitely the way to go, and I see why they suggest it now. So pitfall number 2 is not cleaning with the proper products. To make cleaning easier and more efficient, you need proper tools. I also like to throw in cleaners that makes me happy, which typically are cleaners with a great smell. To me, it's the result of a good deep clean. Now, I have a video dedicated to all my favorite cleaning products and tools, and I will link that above and at the end of this video for you to go see next. This lightweight vacuum is such a valuable tool in my cleaning tools. It was suggested from one of my subscribers, and it really does not disappoint. I'm no longer flinging that dust around the room and hoping that it's going to fall to the floor for me to vacuum up.
Me and my friends are waiting in line, sharing one last blue camel. Don't have any money, but we're going out. Yeah, we saved up every penny. I'm smiling at him in the blue shirt and the Converse, but I'm thinking about you. Are you thinking about me too? Vodka and soda, way too drunk to call you up. I'm chain smoking, broken, I don't give up. So I'm crying, dancing, swearing I'll forget you, kissing strangers to feel something different. But I'm still your dancing queen, so damn sweet. And I type my name in this bar on a wall in a bathroom stall. Yeah, I was here. Me and my friends are biding our time, sustaining the high right before the dawn. Don't have any money, but this is the life, and we never want to grow up. I'm kissing him in the blue shirt and the Converse, but I'm thinking about you. Maybe you're thinking about me too. Vodka and soda, way too drunk to call you up. I'm chain smoking, broken, I don't care.
Alright, so now I'm going to put my long pull attachment on it, and I'm going to go ahead and get the baseboards. All that fur went everywhere, so it's all over the baseboards. But this is something that I do in my deep cleaning anyways, is do my baseboards. So this also has a little thing right here where you can, it's a valve where you can open it and close it. So if you don't need as much suction, then you can use this to control that. Alright, let's do the baseboards.
So I'm crying, dancing, swearing I'll forget you, kissing strangers to feel something different. But I'm still your dancing queen, so damn sweet. I type my name in the bar on a wall in a bathroom stall. Yeah, I've typed my name all over this town where you broke my heart. Yeah, I was here.
Pitfall number 3 is cleaning around clutter. You want to take time to tidy up that zone before you undergo zone cleaning. Now, I prefer to do this the day before deep cleaning. What you want to do is have everything picked up and put where it goes so that you aren't fussing around with it when you're trying to get your deep cleaning done. This also includes washing the throw blankets, which I stuck in the washer this morning when I woke up. That way they would be nice and fresh out of the dryer when I'm done cleaning. Now on Wednesdays is when I take care of all the dog bedding. So that's already been done. So all the dog bedding that you see in the living room, that's been done and it's clean. So it's very important that you go ahead and take care of all those small things before you jump into zone cleaning. Because honestly, you don't want to be tripping over things that are on the floor that really should be in the kids' toy box, or blankets that are all strewn on the couch when really they need to be in the wash or put away. So go ahead and do all your tidying before you go in there and start zone cleaning.
Still rough around the edges. I guess that some things never change. Yeah, I know that it's been ages, but it kinda feels the same. No matter how hard I try, you cannot push me out, so just listen. I've been thinking of you since you broke it and moved to LA. And no matter how hard I try, I cannot get you out of my system. I know we both have some things left to say. Can you stay a little longer? Can I make you change your mind? Yeah, I know that it's over, but can we stay here for a while until everything's alright again? That's cool with you, cool with you, cool with you.
What's that, girl? Is the vacuum making you nervous, girl? It's okay. Oh, it's okay. You want to go outside? Okay. Outside. Silly girl.
Cause I watch to myself. And all your friends are waiting. We both know we wanna stay, just like nothing has changed. No matter how hard you try, you cannot push me out, so just listen. I've been thinking of you since you broke it and moved to LA. No matter how hard I try, I cannot get you out of my system. No, we both have some things left to say. Can you stay a little longer? Can I make you change your mind? Yeah, I know that it's over. Can we stay here for a while until everything's alright again? Let's go with you, go with you, go with you. 'Cause that's cool with me, cool with me, cool with me. 'Cause that's cool with you, cool with you, cool with me. 'Cause that's cool with me, cool with me, cool with me.
Pitfall number 4 is not gathering all your cleaning products together. When you waste time looking for cleaning products, tools, and gadgets, you run into the risk of getting distracted from cleaning. Losing momentum is a big deal when you're trying to clean effectively and efficiently. So have all your cleaning tools ready and waiting for you.
Just stay a little longer before it's time to say goodbye. Just stay a little longer. Can I make you change your mind? Just stay a little longer before it's time to say goodbye. I guess that some things never change. Wasting money on cures. Forgot how to fix myself. They say that time is free. Then why is it so precious? Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. Time is running out. Time is running out.
Okay, so pitfall number 5, and the one that I'm changing on my weekly cleaning schedule, is pulling out too many tools each week. Now let me explain. When I zone clean, I work from the top to the bottom, which means each week I'm bringing into that zone all the things that I'm going to need to clean that zone, as we mentioned in pitfall number 4. So what I'm finding in this size of a home is that I don't need to pull out my doka pole to clean the cobwebs and ceilings each week. Instead, I'm pulling out that tool and cleaning the cobwebs and the fans and the tops of the doors just once a month. So now on my cleaning schedule, the first Monday of every month, I pull out the doka pole and I clean around the house, cleaning the cobwebs, the tops of the doors, and my ceiling fans. This way, I'm only cleaning the doka pole attachment once a month, and I'm not pulling it out for a 5-minute job. The same goes for mopping. I'm no longer going to pull out my spin mop to deep clean one small section of my home. As you can see, my home is open concept, and pulling out the spin mop just to clean this living room doesn't make any sense. So once a week, I mop and vacuum all the floors at once. And when I zone clean, I use my e-cloth to do a good clean in that zone. The rest of the week, my robot mop and vac maintains my floors. Now, I hope that this makes sense. Let me know down in the comments if it makes sense or if you have any questions.
Maybe I was confused, or did you feel it too? In that room, it suddenly just felt like it was me and you. 'Cause I forgot about your friend, what's his name again? I really can't recall a single thing of what he said to me. It was just like waking up from a fever dream. When I found out that you have someone else and that she knows about me. What a waste on such chemistry. But if we could the rules, you would be with me. If I'm not supposed to think about you like this, the universe, 'cause every single thought leaves your name on mine.
I recently purchased this cord collector. It's got all the little dividers in there so you can divide up the cords. I really like this because I'm able to keep all of my cords together. The yellow cords are for those speakers right there. So that's the whole reason why I decided to get it, was to have a place to put the cords for those speakers. But then I saw that there was other spots that I could put other cords. So I've got a lot of the chargers for our phones and extra chargers and things like that. So if people come over and need a charger, I've got one in there for them. Anyways, I love that little gadget. I will link it below along with some of the other things that you've seen me use. If it's not below, go ahead and look at my Amazon storefront, because I have a lot of things in that storefront that you'll see here throughout my house.
Losing it, I'm going crazy. Trying my best just to stay awake. Losing it, I'm going crazy. This feeling is driving me half insane. If I'm not supposed to think about you like this, the universe. If I'm not supposed to think about you like this, the universe up. 'Cause every single thought leaves your name on my lips. Universe up. You know I don't believe in shit like fate, but lately things have happened that I can't explain. You're miles away, still I know what you're thinking of. The universe up.
Okay, so I'm going to use that same window and glass cloth. It's the e-cloth window and glass. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach it to my Swiffer here, and I'm going to clean these sliders. If you remember, I learned this trick, and I've been using it ever since. So much easier to clean these windows now that I'm able to put it on this, this pull.
True survivor, stand fall, we rain, we rise again. The fall, the pain, we try so hard to feel sane. It's all in our brains. Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights. Always keeping us restless.
So you remember I bought these lamps to replace the cream colored lamps that I used to have on here. One of them broke. Well, I never liked these tassels, but I kept them on there just in case if I wanted to return the lamps. Well, now I know I'm going to go ahead and keep them, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these tassels off. I'm also going to cut off the price tags. How tacky is that? Anyways, I don't like to, take the tags off of anything until I know for a fact that I want to keep them.
Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights. Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights. Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights.
Well, I hate to see that this has happened to the couch. I know that it's just a matter of time that once that little bubble gets underneath there, it just really starts ruining the cloth of the couch. Anyways, I'm going to see if I can find something to, hold it over without it being duct tape, but something that, maybe a little patch of a brown color or something like that, that would just hold it over a little bit longer. Try to keep this couch as long as I possibly can. It's still good. Some of it is rubbing off, but we still really enjoy the couch. So I really don't want to have to replace it, at least not yet. So anyways, I'm going to see if I can find something just to cover that little spot. If you know of anything, give your suggestions down in the comments. I would love to hear them. I ran out of my leather wipes, so right now I'm just using a microfiber cloth that's damp with some water.
To the moon and back, we had a love like that. Why do I feel like that's slowly fading? We used to be friends, that was way back when. You and I, we were a slow burn, baby. Oh, we were young, so damn naive. Looked at the
Okay, so right here behind the couch, it's right underneath the couch, is where all the components are. By the way, I zip tied all that up there so it stopped falling out. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is all this fur. I need to get in here and get all this cleaned out. I do not do this every time I zone clean in here. It's almost out of sight, out of mind, if you know what I mean. But now that I have this Zing vacuum, it's so much easier to vacuum in here. Before I was using my Dyson, and that Dyson gets very heavy with one hand, because as you can see, I'm having to hold the back of the couch up with one hand and vacuum with the other one. So the Dyson was very heavy to hold with just one hand and get all this cleaned up. So really loving this Zing for this project as well.
You had your goals, then you met me. Did you let those dreams pass you by? I would never blame you if you left. No, I won't be the one to hold you back. 'Cause we can stop the time, it's just a fact. We're not getting younger, we're not getting younger. In the bed we made, I lay wide
So after I give these chairs a vacuum, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the, what is it, the little green machine, something like that, Bissell green machine. We'll look at it in just a second, but I'm going to go ahead and pull that out and clean these chairs. I do have some spots on here that I'm going to use some Folex on first, and then we'll, use the green machine to get in here and clean them. I did borrow the green machine from my daughter Bethany. Oftentimes we all just share cleaning tools, so that way we're not all having to buy the same tool. So one of my daughters will borrow something from me, or borrow something from them, or they'll borrow something from each other. It just works best that way. So this time I borrowed her little green machine. Yeah, I really like this little thing. It's that's what it's called, little green machine. I just add some hot water in there, a little bit of soap, the Bissell soap, and then I get in here and get this nice and clean.
You have the time of your life every single night. The confetti's raining down. You put your hands to the sky, center of the crowd. You're the talk of the town. And I tell myself I don't want that. What glitters ain't gold. I tell myself I don't need it, 'cause I'm fine on my own. But I hate being on the outside looking through a window. I say I don't want it, but I'm so full of it. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna dance with somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna hold on to somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. Living your life through a lens, perfect pretending. You think no one can tell, but everything's just fake. Now you're becoming.
Okay, so I'm showing you my empty Dyson, and let's see how much fur we can get up off this carpet.
Myself, I don't want that. What glitters isn't gold. I tell myself I don't need it, 'cause I'm fine on my own. But I hate being on the outside looking through a window. I say I don't want it, but I'm so full of it. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna dance with somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna hold on to somebody. Be cool.
Okay, so the Dyson is already full and it's starting to act funny. So let me show you. See this little hole right here? Fur and things get stuck in there. So if you hear your vacuuming like bottoming out, or like every once in a while it'll stop and then go and then stop and then go, it's because that little hole is filled up. So you just need to get in there and get your finger and pull everything out. And also, when I vacuum, I like to vacuum in all different directions, and I'm also vacuuming much slower than what you see it going right here. It looks like I'm vacuuming very fast, but I'm not. So that's why the canister keeps filling up, because I am vacuuming pretty slow, and then I am going back and forth in all different directions.
I wanna dance with somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna hold on to somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. Be cool. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna dance with somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. Be cool. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna hold on to somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh.
Okay, so this is my E-cloth mop. It's another one of my favorites. The reason why I really like it is because all you really need is water. I also have a spray bottle that I use because it's got some powder Tide, and I really love the smell of that on the floors. I also have matte floors, so the pad will oftentimes dry out because the matte floors causes it to do that. But if you have more of a shinier glaze on your tile, you're not going to need to have a spray bottle. Just the pad alone will work just fine. But I really do like to add a little bit of smell. Like I said, it's a reward for all the hard work that I've been doing. I also like this e-cloth mop because when my grandkids come over and they swim, you know, when they walk into the house, they leave tracks, you know, from the pool. And I like to get all those tracks of chlorine cleaned up off of the tile. So this is the easiest way for me to do it. Much easier than pulling out the spin mop and getting the floors cleaned. All I have to do is just wet this mop pad, put it on. It's because it's got like a little Velcro on it. Velcro it on and mop. Super easy peasy.
Something on my mind, finally not afraid to say it. I know it took some time, used to read it in a press release what I was going through. But I got stories too. The fear of being last, everybody knows when you don't, if every feeling passed.
Okay, before I take you to the backyard and show you my new pool vac, I'm going to show you some clips of our freshly cleaned zone. Oh, does everything smell so good. It feels so fresh. I really love an area after it's been deep cleaned. It just feels so nice. Anyways, okay, I'm going to take you to the backyard and I'm going to show you that vacuum.
'Cause I have reached a point where nothing matters, and I'm signing up this open letter.
So once you charge it for about 2.5 hours, it has a full charge and we'll be able to do the whole bottom of this floor. Typically this is a vacuum that would be good for an above ground pool, but it's also good for a small pool, and as you can see I have a small pool. Now it's only going to clean the bottom of the pool. It doesn't go up the sides. It doesn't clean your water line. Doesn't do any of that. It's just a basic vacuum. Didn't cost us a lot of money, and I really like it. It picked up a lot of things, and I'm going to show you here in a minute all the things that it picked up. So we had a huge storm here 2 or 3 days ago. We actually had another one last night after I filmed this. But anyways, we had a huge storm, which brings all those rocks and pebbles off of the roof. We are in a newer build home. I think we've been in this home about 4 years now, so we still have some of the rocks and pebbles that comes down off of the roof. And it got into the water, and you can see the amount of rocks and debris that this little vacuum got off the bottom of the pool. So I'm really pleased with this little guy. I put out on Instagram asking for referrals on what you think I should name him, and I think I'm going to name him Sebastian. Okay friends, I hope that you learned a lot from the pitfalls and zone cleaning. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget that I'm going to leave my top cleaning product video for you to go see next. I'll see you again next week. Until then, stay blessed my friends.